Everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 47, where I am just getting a little shut-eye because I've sorted my inventory, I've sorted my back chest thing. I haven't sorted out the ability to carry that one on my back yet. I still need to talk to Shino and just see if we can't figure out. I'm sure it's just something in the config files. But being able to carry that is going to be better than being able to carry that, which is basically what we're trying to do. So, yes, now we have got 8 hours worth of juice left in that. I have no teleporter for my runestone. I had to creatively put that back in because I mistakenly logged into my single player game after playing on the server and it breaks things. So I had to do some stuff there, but I have made a new raw thing. I need to cook that. It cooks at 950 degrees Celsius. That burns at 700. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh, I'm not on the thing, that's why. Peat only burns at 900, so I need something that burns at more than 900. And if you recall, the reason we went off doing what we did last episode was I needed coal. I'm not picky about what kind of coal. I could do it. Charcoal would work. Brown coal is fine. Black coal is better. And I realised after the fact that I already know where there's some brown coal. That is almost ready for harvesting, so we're definitely going to have to consider that. I have got enough terrapreta now to make this last field over there and refresh that. The trees are going to grow in a number of days, so that's all going to be good. And yeah, we should be able to move forward with a few projects. Now, I have managed to eliminate most of the wolves from the area, so feel a little bit safer in ourselves, but that'll probably come back and bite me, quite literally. So we need to head over and get brown coal. Now, that is brown coal. I'm walking straight past it. I thought that was peat for some reason in my head, but it's not. And I knew there was brown coal nicely close by. And we don't have to go mad for brown coal. We just have to get some, some being a quantity greater than a little. Now, we got a slight issue here where drifters can probably creep up on us, so let me just take those out, and that will certainly clear that possibility. There's plenty to go on, and I don't think, I'm not too worried. So this will allow us to get all of the brown coal we need, and brown coal burns to 1100, so that will do my rune for me and also give me more capability to process more metals and the likes. I am probably going to want charcoal or black coal at some point still, because I need to make more iron and other bits and pieces, but right now I'm just interested in addressing this shortage. A big charcoal pit is in the future, though. I'm definitely certain about that. Just need to get a forest. Oh, hello. You just keep giving. That's the nice thing about these brown coal patches, is they are fairly extensive. Let me just make sure that does. Yeah, it does carry on. So yeah, that's going to be our first act of the day. We go that way a bit as well. Make sure there's nothing hiding over there, but we'll just keep digging around this brown coal patch, get myself a reasonable quantity, and possibly just use up this bronze, or use up a large chunk of this bronze pickaxe, because of course I have got a nice iron pickaxe waiting for me, and once I've got the iron pickaxe we can head up to the meteoric iron place and get myself some meteoric iron pickaxe ore at some point. No desperate rush, but you know, all nice, so all good stuff. Anyway, let me keep digging. I'll be back in a short while. Alright, got 2 and a bit stacks. I thought I've just planted some onions and things. These have matured, which probably means that we can, well, what we need to do, I think, is get the rooster. Oh, come here, you bugger. Right. Get the rooster. Now, these are all low gen. Those, I'm not going to worry about. We're going to have those eggies, because I'd rather have these 3 chucks. So, we shall, and we pick up, obviously I pick up the rooster so I don't accidentally kill him, because that would be embarrassing. I mean, with these cages it's not the end of the world. I can go and hunt and find myself a new one, but you know, it makes a lot more sense to not have to do that in the first place. And in terms of doing this, I put these away from the wall just because I don't trust them not to pop the chuck out in the wall, and then have the chuck suffocate to death, which, you know, would be embarrassing. Now these are only generation 1, I think. Yes. So they're going to take longer to get going, but that's fine. Because what we can do, just go and get the last one. 3 chucks would definitely keep me going with broody chickens. No, the only worry I have is that a fox will spawn in there. So I'm wondering whether I should keep one of the higher generation separate and just have 2 chucks doing me stuff. I mean, that might not be a bad idea. Get in there, give them some foodies. They're not going to do anything while I'm there, are they? So we'll do that. That's those are getting spoiled, but that was expected. The other thing which was very strange was, and with something we need to progress on, is I fired all of these and they didn't fire. So I'm going to stick in 2 more. I'm going to make 2 more and just place them, because I actually did them in, I built them in place, and I wonder whether that was the weirdness that caused problems there. But before I do that, I do need to drop off most of this. Just take myself 8 should be more than enough to fire up that rune. Boop, boop. and I need to decide what I'm going to do next, which is easier said than done. There's so many different directions to run. I mean, I would like to, if we look at this and go into guides, I think there's the coke oven, which coke oven was made of fire clay bricks or any type of refractory bricks. An iron coke oven door. The oven is essentially a 3x3x3 cube of refractory bricks with the centre empty and one of the 4 cardinal directions from the centre also empty. In the centre you place coal layers. In the adjacent empty spaces the coke oven door. Ignite the coal with a torch, close the door. In 12 hours it will convert to coke. Coke burns at a very high temperature, though not as long as raw coal. So that's that. And then the steel making starts to talk about refractory bricks. We need to make blister steel. Now I've done this once on the Gearcraft, on the Rusty Gear server. Crafty Gear server? Why do I think that? It's painful. It takes an age. It takes a massive amount of charcoal. And I'm not entirely sure what the difference of the tiers are. Each tier is more robust. You will also need 6 refractory brick gratings, an iron door, build 2 stone coffin sections to place once you have filled the stone coffin to the top with 16 iron ingots and charcoal or coke. Then dig out an empty space 2 blocks below each stone coffin section. This is where you have to place 2 piles of coal or charcoal in order to fire the furnace. You can use the chisel to build a small retaining wall so that the coal doesn't fall to the sides while piling. Once all is ready, ignite the coal piles. You can verify the furnace is working by looking through the door. Don't go in. Yeah, obviously. You will need to replenish and relight coal piles approximately once a day, but leave the stone coffin. Firing will take about 1 week in total, after which you can break the stone coffin to get blister steel. And then you have to do it. And yeah, it is. I do want to do it. I want to work in that direction. However, it is going to take a while. Anyway, let me let this cook. I could make a pie. I've got chicken. We've got eggs. Let's go make myself a pie. I don't desperately need to make myself a pie, but rather than waste the raw chicken, we might as well. Let's go with 2. I don't think I need to worry about making more right now. I'm just kind of feeding myself. And I suppose the other thing that I do need to think about doing is halite. Halite, salt. I need to get salt. Which is prospecting, so that's another element of things I could get into, or up to. I actually need more than that, don't I? I've just realised that I cocked up. I actually need, well, if I want to put a lid on it, I do. I can, of course, start the pie, and we can put our chicken in. We can chop a couple of onions. Now, I could boil the onions before putting them in, but that, stick some eggies in. That's quite a good mix. We do need to go and just take that out and that out. That needs to be paired up, and we need to make a lid. Let me just pair you. Home, save. Right, you have got 1500 durability, which is all good. And yeah, so let's just get this pie done, and then life will be good and happy. What else have I got? I've got cabbages. Some of this has got seriously long shelf lives. repairs. They seem to last forever. So let me just get this done and then we'll press on with the next thing. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, it's another sunny day and I have made my pie. I've made myself a couple more of these, which, coupled with 2 of these and some fuel, should be enough to make me. I need 16 peat, but that should be enough to make me those. If let's leave that there. Let's just do it nicely out of this, shall we? 16 of the peatage, and there we go. And then the next thing we need to do is have I not got a torch out here? Oh well, that's stupid, isn't it? Let's fix that. Torch edge. We're going to want one of them. And I am going to want a piece of that. And 2 pieces of that. Okay. And that, well, let's just get that lit. Now, the other thing I need to do is I need to do that last field because my flax is all ready for harvesting, so I would like to get another field of flax in, because it's only the 9th of August. We should have at least, well, we should have a reasonable length of time, shall we say. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need as many. I mean, realistically, I would want them not to be limestone stairs. I'd want them to be stairs that actually match. Conglomerate, for example, with a little bit of, well, I can throw a bit of peridotite in, and I suppose if we take 2 of those and some of that, then I can make myself a few more of those, can't I? Probably going to need to think about getting some more clay at some point, because yeah, that is going down at a rate of knots. But we're going to need you, we're going to need you, and we're going to need you. So get the new field in, then we can harvest this one. We can plant this straight away, and I mean, these are growing at a reasonable rate. That's going nicely. That's nice. It's just this lot. Oh, I need a bucket as well. Let me grab that and I'll be back in a second. Alright, we have our field. It's all ready. So let's go harvest. And that's all 4 fields running Terra Preta, which is great, because that means we're going to get maximum growth out of them at least. So this is nice. And I think Vintage Store is an interesting game because it does have, it has the option of going in and getting some excitement with the mobs and the underground and the storms. But there's a kind of a mellow tempo to it, which just lends itself to almost being relaxing. You can imagine, you know, it's it's a strange game. And it has actually supplanted Minecraft in my personal kind of preferences for what I'm playing at the moment. That doesn't mean to say forever, but you know, because I still play Great Tech. Although there are days where I wish I didn't on that one, I'll be honest. But yeah, so that is the K. K is worn down, so we can put in P or an N over there, so I can go back and see what we've got and maybe try for another harvest. These take 18 days and we're only on the 9th of August, so we should get through. Of course, we're not on full 30-day months, are we? So I suppose the thing is, we'll see how we go. I mean, we might end up in October. I don't think we'll end up in November, by which point I think the temperature is going to be getting a little bit inclement for growing anything. Except, of course, if I built a greenhouse, which is another option that I have and will almost certainly do. So that's all of that lot. We've got lots of grain, we've got lots of food growing, and I say there's the P crops, or the P or the N. I think it's the N that I'm going to be going with, because P's are what I put into the field furthest around, and we shall. At the moment, we're just going to take you as far as being this. And then we can pop, maybe I should take you further, I don't know. I am very, very low on space, but if I use this to do what I'm planning to do, just whack you in there for now. Pop that up there. So N, we could do turnips. And we could do spelt or rye. Let's do rye. That's still burning, so yeah, let's get turnips in. They've got a reasonable temperature resistance down to -5 anyway, so they should. And in fact, thinking back to my farming days, turnips would have been a later crop to harvest, so yeah, that's fine. And we'll do some rye, which is down to -12, so that'll definitely take a bit harsher weather. Could possibly even get away with running this through the winter. But anyway, you know, chores, they need doing. That's it's part of the cycle of life that we have to follow. You and you. There you go. You can have that lot. Terrapratic and I really do need to sort my storage. It is quite shocking. We'll get there. One day it'll be sorted, but not today. Anyway, what are we doing now? We've got you. I need to put my my flax away, if I've got anywhere to actually store it, because we are definitely I mean, that's not going to go in there, it will go in there. We can do that. You can have a little bit more. You can have most of that, and that can stay there. And we're going to eat those because that's the next thing on my inventory to eat. Yeah, what to do next? We still need to get the new cellars done, and got to wait for that to finish firing. Now what I did want to do down here is actually make a small potter's shack, for want of a better word. So let me just go and have a look. What are we like for starters? What do we like for stickage? Not great. Okay, so stickage is an issue. Not an issue if I go and get myself some wood first though, and then things. But if I were to look on the map, where's the best place for wood? Because we have to travel a fair bit to get to any decent forests. There is a forest over this way, and I know there are wolves over that. Yes, I think let's go do it. Let's get in there. So, building materials wise, wood. Well, I've got an idea of what I want to use. So, and sticks are going to feature quite heavily in that. I don't see there's any point. You are probably the worst trader to be right next to. I think you were, aren't you? Were you an agri? Yeah. I suppose you've got a few rarish seeds. And you want to buy bone ash. That's not bad, but you know, why would I want to sell you that? Especially, why would I want to sell you that for 6 gears? I mean, it makes little or no sense to me. So, trees. We're going to head over to where it's a little bit more dangerous and see what we can find. Did I bring a bed with me? I did, so I can sleep out if I need to. We've got forage out and about here as well, so that's all good in the hood. Where are we finding a good selection of trees that I can strip for leaves? Probably here. You can hear the raccoons popping the berries off. Right. Well, let's start with this one. So, as usual, take the leaves off, take the trees down. That will give me some wood, which I can then use for making charcoal and stuff later. We're not going to get everything, but I should get a few seeds, and we'll get some timber. So, you know, win-win really. Okay, let me do some work. I'll be back in a little while. Alright, well, we have some more sticks. We have some wood. I have a door being rattled by a cat who, if I open the door and go, "Do you want to come in?" will look at me as if I'm mad and go, "Why do you think I want to come in?" The contrariness of moggies is never to be underestimated. They are so contrary in their nature. Now, why are you... Whoa. Don't remember that being there. Why is that? Is it because I've unloaded it? Don't know. Let's see what happens. I did pick up a little bit of resin while I was out as well, so you know we're all good. We got some stuff for our troubles, and a medium temporal storm is approaching. Yay! In 8 hours, so can't be sleeping on a normal bed then tonight. I can, however, drop all of that lot off. Seeds, well, you can go in there. We'll drop that in there, and for want of a better place, we'll drop that in there. I've got 8 hours, so if I go and I do need to upgrade my storm shelter actually as well. 7 hours, there you go. Well, now there's only 1 hour to wait. That was the purpose of putting this hay bed in here. It's because it's such a poor bed for its sleep quality, how long you get off of it. 13.1, let's go there. And well, let's kill some drifters. Again, back in a bit. Alright, well, I survived it. As you can tell by my hit point bar, however, I took a hit. I took quite a hefty hit. One of the swimmers managed to get in. I think it might have even been a nightmare drifter. It was certainly not one you want to play with. So yeah, that was entertaining, I suppose, will be one way of describing it. And there's quite a few of these guys down there still swimming around. I'm going to leave them there because if I screw up and take a hit, then that's going to hurt because I might die. I got a gear out of it and 4 string, totally worth it. Not. So yeah, that was a thing. And I should be able to run if I can get down this ladder ever. If I run into, let me just eat that bit of meat, nom nom, and then we're probably on those. I probably need to, have they? Oh, there's a wabbit down there. So it looks like we'll live. This appears to have now finished properly, so let's go and get that popped open, and then we can... Oh, it's done. Brilliant. Okay, that that is good. Got 2 lots of 4 of those now, so that gives us lots of storage for the cellar, or at least the first lot of storage for the cellar. However, we need to get this lot going, and what I would like to do, let me just start off with some of these stick layers. They make a really nice roof if you... So we're going to kind of come off this way, and then I'm going to come a little bit further out, this is why I wanted so many. Because I wanted to have a big enough gap to get kind of this going. Doesn't need to be massive, and in fact I will do another batch because I've still got some stickage left, and it's not like I can't get more, it's just, you know, pain. Now if I wanted to go 1, 2, 3, 4, I could actually just do that, couldn't I? Yes. But then I might not have, again, I can get more sticks. So that's the kind of what I'm looking for, and then I want to get some kind of fencing wall around it, crude fence wall. Now I may already have that made, so let's have a look. I probably don't have it made, if I'm honest with myself, but I might do, you never know. Wooden items, I've got a door, which is not what I want at all. That's just sticks and logs, but if I wanted, let's have a look at fence. No. Let's have a look at fence. And I would like a rough hewn fence. Probably, let's go with oak. So we're going to need sticks, but we get 8 per. So if I go 1, 2, 3, that's... And then grab some oakage. I'm trying to remember now. You know when you've already forgotten what you needed to remember. Sticks. Oak. Choppy chop. 8, 16. Oh, sorry, we'll do the lot. Don't know why they're not there. And we'll have a couple of... Oh, okay, I've used them all. Definitely will be going to grab some more stickage then. I'm not being completely stickless. That is not a situation I would like to be in. But from here we can... come out like that. Leaving the odd gap just to make it look a little bit more ramshackle and rustic. What do I want to do here? maybe if I go, I'm just going to go for a swim and grab a little bit of gravel from further out away from my base. Might as well grab it down here. You never know what you'll find. You never know around the ruin if you go a little bit deeper. See, there's a little bit of and an ore vessel, which will probably come back and break it. So we'll do it now. Could be something useful like black coal. So I'm not sure whether I better come up for air. But anyway, yeah, that'll give us a little bit of stuff, and then we'll throw in a little bit of packed dirt. Oh man, come on. Forget how slow everything is when you can't fly. Let's go in here, take out all of this. Like that, we'll throw a few of these out as well. Let's see for packed dirt. 6s, okay. Well, that's easy to fix then, isn't it? We'll grab another. And then we'll bring that out here, throw in back dirt. There's my pottery work area, and what I probably want is to, why is that in there? Oh, that would explain why I'm carrying that around. Let's just grab you. We'll start off with you in there, and let me quickly eat some of this. While we grab a little bit of peat. I'll probably get like 32. That's enough for a couple of firings. Then we'll put some more out there later, and then I'll move the clay out there as well. I'll take that. That'll do me for there. And we can then grab you, because you definitely belong outside there. What did I want? Oh yeah, fuel. Something like that, and then we'll get the other one out here in a table or something. I think that's probably about where we need to be. I've got no tables. Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem. I can make tables. they're not wood specific, are they? So if I mix and match those, we'll get that. And then we've got, I think you are fire clay. Yes, you are. So we'll, let me just put that down for a second. Have I got anything like a planter or something? Yes. Take one of those, we can stick a flower pot out there so it just kind of blends in and looks like it belongs. I think that will work for that. So, I mean, not massive progress, little bits and pieces, and a little bit of constructive work done there. We've got couple of tables. We've got a table coming out here, little flower pot, throw a bit of and I think that will do us for this episode. What's my leather? Oh wow, that has taken a pounding, hasn't it? I think we need to really need to think about the Gambleson. Because that leather is not hacking it. Now it would be better if we had tailored, but that requires actually not that bad. It just requires that, whether I can, and I think I should be able to make it so tailored would be better. Going to require some sticks, of course, and fabric, but not vast amounts. I think we should be able to do that quite happily. Right, anyway, on that note, I'm going to call this one an episode. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.